Hi guys, it's Sweety Pie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the VIB sale, like recommendations, my picks, things that I am looking at, all that good stuff. I'm hoping to not make this like a hour-long video. I'm going to try to do like 15 minutes or less for what I want at the sale and 15 minutes or less at, like things that I think are worth buying at the sale. Anyway, guys, let's get into this video. Make sure you subscribe, obviously, and like this video if you enjoyed it. I am so excited. Game of Thrones is back. Urban Decay is coming out with their Game of Thrones, and I am so freaking excited. Oh, I love Game of Thrones. I already saw the first episode, and I'm hoping to get this edited and uploaded in the next week. Oh, I wish I could pay someone to edit my videos, because honestly that is like the only thing that drives me crazy. I love sitting down to film and talking to you guys, but then when I have to listen to my own voice like for hours, I'm just like, does anyone else feel like that? Anyway, guys, let's get into this because I'm just going to talk your ear off about products. I have a whole basket here in front of me. I have got gift sets that I think are cool, and I've also got all of my stuff, right? Because I'm excited. I love to shop, and I stop buying things for a bit just so that I can kind of buy a little bit when it comes to the VIB sale. But yeah. Alright guys, so first things first, I'm going to talk about some of the products that I think are worth your buck when it comes to Sephora. So one thing that was kind of like just a weird thing that I didn't know if I was going to talk about or not was these Z palettes. I never thought that I would ever tear apart my high-end palettes, but so many high-end palettes are like not even allowing you, but like pretty much telling you like don't keep the packaging, just throw it in a Z palette. And this one especially from Sephora, this is their double-sided Z palette. I love this. I love this so much. I have two Kat Von D palettes in here, and I want to put one more, maybe two more of the smaller ones in here as well, because I love this. Although I will say you really need some patience for panning or you will break your eyeshadows. Either way, these are super, super cheap. I will put all the prices down here because these are normally on sale. And I don't know if they'll be like, because they go in and out of stock a lot. But yeah, this really sturdy, really nice. The plastic like on the top is pretty nice as well. Like I haven't had any problems. It's in there pretty good. I don't know if I would take this traveling, but I'm pretty good with my makeup anyway when I travel, so I probably would. But yeah, they also like have a smaller one as well that looks like this. And yeah, I've been really loving them. They're really good quality. The next thing I wanted to talk about is foundation. I tried to pick a couple or at least one thing from each group, and I know that I have talked about this foundation a lot of times before, but I'm going to go back to it. If you are wanting to buy a foundation from Sephora, and let's say it's a real treat and you really want to get yourself something awesome, I love the Hourglass Stick Foundation. If you are looking for something that's going to be high coverage for, that's going to be really beautiful, it's not like super long wearing, but it's so pretty on the skin. It's one of those dewier foundations, and I feel like everyone is coming out with matte foundations right now. Whereas I just, I really love something like this. Even their brand new, their liquid foundation, I think that that one is a little bit more matte than this one is for sure. I also think that the Wet n Wild Stick Foundation is pretty darn good as well, and it's like $5, but we're talking Sephora here, so I definitely think that if you're looking for a foundation that looks really beautiful on the skin, it can be powdered and it looks gorgeous, it sets beautifully. I can probably get a good 5 hours out of it before I start to like get a little oily or a little disheveled where I need some powder. But I love this foundation. It's so, so pretty. And it's expensive, so 20% off at the VIB sale, not a bad idea. The next thing I wanted to talk about was some powders that I have been just loving, and they are the Hourglass powders. I got this at, I think, their last Christmas. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 4, which allowed me to try out like several different kinds of their products, and I really love these two right here. They are the Dim Light Finishing Powder and the Diffused Light Finishing Powder. The Diffused Light looks so beautiful under the eyes. It's and then I find with the Dim Light, it cancels pores, like not in a huge tremendous way, but in a way that I really like. It's not cakey. You can, you can put it on with a literal, like I put it on with a beauty blender or the Makeup Revolution. What is it called? It's like their bake sponge. I love that sponge. It looks so pretty, and so I just love it. I love everything about it. If you're looking for something and you're like, I'm 29 years old, so I'm not trying to like super bake my whole face anymore, this is a really beautiful investment. Or you could go ahead and just get the one powder that you like. I don't think you can sample these, but I guess you could try and sample them in store. Gosh, that's a hard thing. I never thought about that. I took I took the splurge and bought the palette, and I was really, 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 really happy I did. But on the other side of that, I am not like the biggest fan of their blushes, which a lot of people love, and I feel so bad. But yeah, anyway, that I think is a really good palette. I think that Hourglass has some really awesome products. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about that I think a lot of people overlook like tremendously are the Sephora face palettes. Now, I have a pretty big collection of these. I've done videos dedicated to these, swatches, all of that stuff. I love these products. I love these palettes. I think Sephora does such a good job with these palettes. They have a collaboration one out right now as well, but I literally have collected these palettes. They are, I think, $35, which like with 25% or 20% off, that would be like, what, $25, $30? I'm not sure. But this one is the contouring, and you can see I've used the heck out of this one. I really love the powders up top. These are pigmented though, so you have to be gentle with them. Normally what I will do is I will go for, like, if I'm going to go sculpting, I'm going to do this, and then I'll just dab into this a little bit just so that it, it's not so pigmented on the face. They're beautiful powders though. Then you have their highlighting, or I think they call it the illuminizing. Yes, it's the illuminizing palette. And it looks like that. Again, really pretty. These look really pretty on the skin. They're really reflective. They're a little bit powderier than, like what I have next for highlight, but I still think they make a really beautiful impact, especially if you spray your face with setting sprays first and then go over. Actually, I don't have highlighter on today. I'm going to put one of these on today. Then you have the holographic palette, which is actually on sale right now on Sephora Canada. These blushes are beautiful. I love these blushes, and the highlighters, if you're looking for some some transformative highlighters, with that shift. Here, let me show you. Hopefully you see that. It's got that green kind of gold shift. So pretty. And then probably I'd say this is probably my favorite one besides the contouring one maybe, but this is their blush contouring palette. This is so pretty. These blushes, no matter which shade, honestly, I can use pretty much every single shade, and it's like beautiful. This one on the side here is so like bronzy though that I don't use it a whole heck of a lot. but I have been able to get all of these to work. You have 1, 2 matte ones, and then like 4 shimmerier blushes. This one on darker skin tones I think would look great. Here, let me swatch that a little better. I think it would look really pretty because it's got a very like light sheen to it. I think these are great, and I think that obviously if you could get an even better deal on them and try them out, you might actually really enjoy them.
Okay, what in the bloody blazes? No more sounds. Stop it. Gosh almighty. Okay, what the hell? You don't even hear something else. Stop it. Did I pause that? Of course I didn't pause it. Alright. Choo choo choo.
So yeah, I wanted to tell you about that because obviously I think that if you can get an even better deal, because Sephora is actually cheaper than, you know, your Anastasia Beverly Hills or anything like that, that you might actually want to try one, because I don't think a lot of people give them a chance. I think that Tati, I remember, gave them a bit of a bad review, or one of them a bad review, and I don't know if like they get sold. I don't know. They did do a collaboration. They must be getting sold. I am so like, I love them so much. I felt so bad when she did that. Anyways, I have some highlighters. So I think that if you are not already in the realm of having a billion trillion highlighters, I actually have another palette from this company that I'm gonna back up a little bit. Oh, I feel like my head's being chopped off. Anyway, Anastasia Beverly Hills, if you're looking for highlighters, this is probably the best place to go. They have liquid highlighters. They have actual like pan highlighters, which is what they are kind of like famous for. They also have a ton of other products that I really love, but for highlighters, they are Maxima. They have some of the smoothest, most just elegant highlighters, and they also have some of the weirdest and coolest highlighters. This is the Moonchild Glow Kit. This has an array of beautiful highlighters. I'm sure every single person and their mother has seen these highlighters being swatched all over the beauty community. They're still a gem. Like, they're still really, really great. The, this one was last year's, I think, the Sugar Glow Kit. These are so heavy. Like, there's a lot of freaking product in these pans. When you pull them out, I am, like, stunned that people hit pan on these massive pans. Like, how do you do that? Anyway, I also have the Dream Glow Kit over there, but you know what I mean. You've seen them. They are all on social media like crazy. And ooh, you know what? I'm going to apply. I'm going to take one of the highlighters, if I can do this without ruining everything on my desk. Don't. There we go. I'm going to take one of the highlighters from the Sephora palette. This is my favorite one. It is this one right here, this pinky one. And I've got the Sephora highlighter and contour brush. I'm going to just use this real quick. I wouldn't use one so big normally, but can you see that? Can you see that freaking it's so beautiful. Let's just drench ourselves in highlighter bliss. Such a pretty highlight, and as I said, like, it really livens up the face. So yeah, these are good. They are pretty good. Like, I love them. And the blushes in there are good. Now, another couple blushy products that I wanted to mention that I have in my collection are the Jouer blushes. I also want to like touch on their concealer. Amazing concealer. That's the concealer I'm going to choose to tell you guys that I really enjoy it. My shade is just a little bit too dark, but I have been using that and using it and using it and kind of mixing it with a little bit whiter concealer just so I could use it. It's a great concealer. I use it for under the eyes. That's why I was like, oh, I didn't get the right shade. But it is a really nice concealer. And I've also been loving the NARS. I got a sample of the NARS Pot Concealer. Oh my gosh, amazing as well. But yes, the little duos that Jouer has out, I have Kiss Me and Touch Me. Now you could go all out and get the palette they just came out with, but if you just wanted like a couple shades, I think that this could definitely be something that a lot of people would love. They're really pigmented, they're beautiful. I have been enjoying that quite a bit. I've been using that, you know, on and off. Then there is like one more thing that I wanted to mention when it comes to like face and cheek products, and that is these little Natasha Denona Blush and Glow. I have the Diamond and Glow and the Blush and Glow. I think these are freaking adorable, and the products inside will give you like such a pretty cheek. They're just in two different color families when it kind of comes to me, and this one, this is the Blush and Glow. This one has one of their blushes and one of their glow powders, which is kind of like, more of like a Natasha Denona, more of like an ABH kind of highlighter, where it's really smooth and oh, it looks so pretty. And then the blush is a glowy kind of orgasm type of blush. Then the Diamond and Glow, you have an extremely almost duochrome pink and gold blush, and then you have their glow powder, which has no pigment to it at all. It is just a glow powder. It's just glow. Like literally, look at this in the pan. There is nothing to it but glow. It's so pretty. Can you see that on my nose? But yeah, I love this. This, if you're gonna just pick one and you love glowy cheeks, bada boom, bada bang, get the Diamond and Glow. They also brought out a cheek palette that I have, the Bloom. That's really pretty as well. My review of that is up on my channel already. I will link it if you guys are interested. Now, I can't remember, did I talk about the brushes? I will have a video linked down below of a brush set, and that's I did a review on a while ago. They like Sephora has yet to bring out another brush set that they're calling like the roll set, but they are still selling this one. These brushes have lasted through the whole time I've had them so far, and I've washed my brushes. I am a really serious brush cleaner. I enjoy brushing. I enjoy washing my brushes. It's kind of just a thing for me, so I will do it. No big deal. And yeah, I like them still. For eyebrows, I would like to say, give me a sec. So, first of all, I'd like to talk about the most award-winning brow products of 2019. I can already feel it now. The Brow Blade by Urban Decay and also the MAC Spiked Shape and Shade Brow Tint. These two essentially do pretty much the same thing except for their component end. The Urban Decay Brow Blade has a waterproof pencil and the ink stain, which obviously is like the thing you would flick and make those hairs. I have so little hair here. It just isn't growing back as quickly as I thought it might. It's been years, honestly. So I love a brow pencil with that like liquid liner on the end. It's my godsend. It's my savior. This one, on the other hand, the MAC Shape and Shade, it actually has a like a pomade on the end, but this one I still have after what, 4 months? The pencil is already out on this one, and I think it's only been not even 2 months. So I'm thinking if it's on sale and it's 20% off, I really love the brow blade. I did end up breaking off the pencil like once, but like not a whole lot. It was only like a tiny little bit. So I'm under the perception there really isn't that much in this pencil. Now the MAC one, the only thing is that it's got this like huge kind of doe foot at the end that I would never use. I would just stick a brush inside there. So obviously nothing is perfect. I love the brow blade, but I didn't have it for very long. Maybe that's why. Maybe because it was just because I was using it so much. I don't know. But either way, I also love their Double Down Brow. This is like their putty brow product. I love it. I've used it a ton of times and I like it quite a bit. You use a brow pencil for it, or a brow pencil. You use a brow brush for it and it is fantastic. I have the color, what is it? Brown Sugar. And like you can see, I've used the crap out of this. I like it a lot. Now, for eyeshadows. I was thinking to myself, well, I could go through and I could tell you all the eyeshadows that I think are, you know, worth buying at Sephora. But honestly, the market is so insane right now that at this point, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to buy. And then you can go from there. One thing I did want to mention is this. These are the Tarte Chrome paints. This one is in Fire Dancer. Yes. These are something special. And I'm really looking at the, what is it called? The Natasha Denona Chrome Crystals, because I think it's kind of a lot like the same formula. This is just something special. Like this all over the eyes looks phenomenal. It's so shimmery. It's so beautiful. And I love this formula so, so much. Now, I also love my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. I also love, you know, a lot of Too Faced palettes. But there's just so much saturation in the market right now that if I show you just what I'm going to purchase, then you can get a good idea of what's new out there and what I think is worth it. So now what we're going to do is, now that I've showed you some like old favorites, I'm going to go into one, what I want to buy at this VIB sale, and two, a couple kits and sets that I think are really worth buying.
Alright guys, so as you can see, we are on my Sephora Loves list, and the first thing is something that's been out of stock for so long. I don't even know if they're bringing it back in stock, which is the Tarte Icy Betch palette. Now, I did have a opportunity to buy it, but as I said, these are things that are just on my Loves list. Like, I had a $200 or less budget. I had a $200 budget, and I strongly suggest anyone to have a budget for the sale so that you don't go over spending and crazy like that. And then the next thing is something that's not even out yet. It's the Huda Beauty body highlighter. Honestly, it shouldn't even be in my loves list anymore because I could do this myself. Oh, next is, of course, Beauty Blender. I was so close to purchasing a Beauty Blender. You guys have no idea. Then we have a couple MAC lipsticks, the Jouer Sunsweat Bronzer Duo. Oh, I tried this in store. I know I would love this. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye Illuminating Full Coverage Concealer. I want this so badly. Didn't end up picking it up. This is the This Works Beauty Sleep Kit, and honestly, my father-in-law has a lot of issues sleeping, so I was going to just pick this up for him. He did like the sample I got, and yeah, I wanted to just try it out. Again, Kiehl's must have many masks. I love trying out new, like, different brands and their masks. And they tend to be, you know, like pretty cheap when you get them in smaller sizes, and you will see a lot of that. I love a bargain. That's just me. I have the Too Faced Mr. Right 5-piece eyeshadow set. These looked really cute, but they were super, super like basic styles. Marc Jacobs, it was really for the bronzer. Hourglass, Scattered Lights. Is it? Oh, who said that these were amazing? I can't remember. I think it was Raw Beauty Christie. But yeah, this pink one looks so pretty. Again, not something I got, but the Natasha, I got this. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I got this. I placed an order, this morning because the Game of Thrones palette came out. And yeah, I got this as well as this, the mini Bronze and Glow. Now, I don't know if I'm going to regret that because she is coming out with another, like, larger palette, which I will probably end up picking up. This was the Marc Jacobs Coconut Fix. Again, 2 products I've never tried. NARS Endless Orgasm. The only reason I did not end up getting this is because it's all cream. And I just wasn't sure of that formula. I really love the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask, and I still kind of want it. Skincare always goes out the window because there's always so many cool freaking things to buy. The Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. Didn't end up getting it, but it still looks freaking amazing. I did end up getting the Olaplex Hair Perfector. I need to try this out. My hair is terrible right now, and I want to go forest green for the summer, so yeah. The Milk Makeup Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Hydrating Mask. I just feel like that would be just a little bit too, like, I've got acne and I don't want to spread it around type of deal, but I do love some of Milk's products. I need the medium brown. I got blonde, and yeah, it didn't work out. Lily Lashes. I want to pick up a pair of Lily Lashes at some phase time. Gosh. Too Faced Natural Lust Palette. Did not end up picking this up. Too basic. I gave the Natural Love palette away to one of my dearest friends that I work with, and yeah, I really wanted this. It was so sad. I was like, Melissa, why do you even want that? But it's the nostalgia, I'm sure, of the pretty much the first high-end palette that I ever really bought for myself was the Natural Love palette. So yeah. Anyway, Kaja Moon Crystal Sparkling Eye Pigments. Wanted to try some of these out. Have been hearing some good reviews. Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation as well. I purchased the Game of Thrones eyeshadow palette. Of course. Game of Thrones has been amazing. I also purchased the Mario Badescu spray, some more mini MAC lipsticks. Ooh, the Kat Von D 24-hour. I really want to try that as well. I did buy a set with some of the Dip Brow in it. I wonder if the set is in my love list. Another shade. I really do want the Natasha Denona, and I think I am going to end up purchasing it before the end of the sale. Because, yeah, I really want to try that foundation. Some lipsticks. This Smashbox lid primer is amazing. It is a completely white one. I got a sample of it, and I have meant to buy it so long. I really would like to try that brow liner as well. See, there's just a bunch of stuff. Micro Smooth. I remember seeing oh gosh, I can't remember. One of the YouTubers I watch, and I can't remember her name, and I know I should remember her name. She used this, and it looked amazing on her skin. I really do like the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I've been wanting to try a matte matchstick from Fenty for so long. Some eyeliners. Gosh, I had a lot of stuff on this list I didn't realize. Eyeliners. I got a bronzer, but I got it in the mini. I do want to try this multi-peptide serum. Kat Von D, yes, want to try that mascara. This is the new Roll It Up Pro Brush Set. They just released it. It's $138. It's a little bit more expensive than the $88 one, but I do want to get it. I've been wanting to try the Glow 2O H2O, whatever, dark spot toner. I've been wanting to try that. Gosh, anything else that's really important? As you can see, this, like, I use my loves list to also curate shades that I, might be in a foundation. This is never going to come out. I feel like it's literally just a bust. And then some tools. Oh my gosh, there's more? This is like notes to me. Ooh, yeah. I do want to try the drying lotion, but they're pretty inexpensive anyway. Of course, because of Tati, the Timeless Smoothing Primer, yet to get. This is an amazing setting spray. I just finished it. And yeah, The rest of the stuff is just kind of, you know, not a lot of eyeshadow, guys. All right, so this was the first order I placed this morning. I was waiting for the Game of Thrones palette to come out so I could get it for 20% off. Why not? So I got the Duochrome top coat in burnt terracotta and green. This looks so pretty, and I hope that it's as pretty as it looks. The mini bronze and glow. This Becca Skin Love mini starter kit. It's 3 of the new products they just brought out. The Olaplex. Of course, Game of Thrones. Then this Power Duo in soft brown from Anastasia that includes one of their pencils as well as a sample size of their new gel, which I am excited to wear. And then the spray and then some samples. So yeah, that's what I got in the sale, and I'll probably be placing another order at some point. We'll see. I will keep you guys updated. All right. Let's go back to
all right, guys, well, that is it. That's everything. I hope you enjoyed that little, like, going onto my phone, checking out what's in my loves list. Not a whole ton of eyeshadow. Anything weird about that? I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long for you guys, and I love you all so much. You mean the absolute world to me. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful shopping spree, or nothing at all if you don't plan on buying anything. That's okay too. Mwah! I love you guys so much. Bye!